What's going on, guys? Lethality here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you the best way to do the Diamond Casino Heist in GTA Online as paying out 2 times cash on RP this week. Also, if you have GTA Plus, you're guaranteed to get diamonds every run of the Casino Heist. So if you don't have it and you have the money, I'd recommend getting it. Other than that, I'm going to show you guys the best setups to do, and then a run of the finale. So let's get right into it. So here's going to be our setup for the Silent Sneaky Heist. We're going to go with the cheapest gunman, the cheapest driver, and the best hacker. Now, you could go with Paige if you wanted to save that 1%, but I don't really care. I'd rather just get the extra time for the extra 1%, so I go with Avi. Obviously, you don't have Avi, go with Paige. For weapons, I go with Micro SMG. For cars, I always go with the Sentinel Classic with this guy. They're just the best one he has. Hacking device, always the same. Now, as this is Silent and Sneaky, we also need to do the Nano Drone, the Vault Laser, and the Vault Keycards. Now, if you're a new player, I'd say that's probably all you need as long as you also buy the level 2 security pass. If you're a newer player, I'd do what I did here, buy out the patrol routes, the EMP, and the infiltration suits. You could do the setup for them too, but it's obviously better to buy them. And that's all I would do. A lot of people will say to do Duggan shipments. You don't need to do it. It's not needed because you don't need to actually take out any of those guards with like guns. You can just melee the ones that you need to kill, and you can avoid the rest. Also, security intel will always be completed after you do it the first time. And then power drills isn't really needed unless you're doing it with 4 people, which I wouldn't recommend because that's just less money. So this is our full setup for Silent Sneaky, and now I'll show you guys a run of the finale. So here we are in the Silent Sneaky Heist. The little trick you can do is drive up the grass here. And then we're going to go ahead and park this vehicle right against the brick wall here. If you do it like this, you don't have to worry about the CCTV cameras. You just go up to the door, select the card, and go inside the casino. So once you're inside the casino, you'll have to wait like a couple seconds because sometimes the guards don't automatically spawn. But basically, when they do, shock the metal detector. And then if they spawn here, you'll have to shock that camera before taking them out. Now you can also shoot at the camera like we did here, just so you don't have to worry about it when it comes back online. So there's that. Then you want to take out the guards in the security room. Once you've done that, there's just one more guard you got to take out that's going to be roaming around the elevator. The best way to do this is to do what I do here, which is go to the other side of the elevators near the daily vault, and then you'll simply wait for him to come back. He will stop for like just a split second at the corner here, and that's when I'm going to take him out. That way the camera on the other side of the hallway does not see him. So right here we're going down the stairs as there's going to be a guard that comes up the flight of stairs here. All you got to do is simply wait for him to come up, and when he's there, just melee him. So down here at the vault, there's a guard that walks around the bottom level. Normally you'll hide behind one of the sides and he'll walk like up to you. We were on the wrong side here, and by the time I caught up to him, he was too close to the guard to the back. So instead, I decided to wait here on the side till he turns back around, and I meleeed him then. So I didn't get to see it. Basically, when you get in the main lobby, you just gotta shock the camera and then kill the 2 guards in the middle, and then you enter the vault. So, as I mentioned earlier, GTA Plus members get diamonds every run, so I obviously got diamonds. In terms of hacking, I definitely recommend learning how to hack, because the thing is, if you have 3 people who can hack, you'll always be able to get all of the loot without having to like have someone grab the stuff in the middle. And the reason for that is we want to start at the outsides and then work our way in towards the middle, because that'll give us less time that we have to wait to like exit the vault. So it'll give us a little bit more time, and if you only have like Paige and not Avi, if you need those extra seconds that you don't have for Avi, because 1 or 2 people can hack, then you might not be able to get all of the loot and remain undetected. So here we are leaving the vault. We ended up leaving with a take of around 7.3 million before we grabbed the second daily vault, which that one brought us up to only around 7.4 million. We got kind of unlucky with it. But anyways, we had to just leave to the staff lobby, and then at that point, we're almost home free. So here we trigger the EMP, which is going to allow us to simply just run all the way up to the staff lobby, and also take out the guards in the control room so we can get that second daily vault. So it's pretty simple. You basically just run straight up the stairs. Don't got to worry about any cameras because the EMP disables them all. So you simply just run up, and then you're going to want to just simply head into the control room. There's one guard here at the desk closer. You want to take him out first, because if you don't, he will see the other guard and you'll get detected. But basically, you take them both out, and there's one more that's going to be roaming around here. Now, when he's walking in the direction he is now, you want to wait. He'll turn around though, and then you can simply walk up behind him by walking out of the control room and up to him. And then when you take him out, then it'll make sure that no cameras see him and no other guards see him. So as I do here, you can simply just leave to the door. You want to watch out for the windows. Sometimes they'll see you through it. And once you do that, you're simply done. What I like to do is I like to go through the metal detectors and just wait for people to come out. And I shock the detector for them so they don't set it off, even though it doesn't really matter. It's a just kind of in case thing. So here we are leaving the casino. Basically, when you get out of the casino, you gotta melee this one news guard there. Once you kill him, it's pretty simple. You're gonna run into the Lost MC clubhouse, basically on the left side. Sorry, and at the corner, you'll hop over the wall and look for a car. Ideally, it'll be a 4-door. We got lucky here and only got 2 different cars. So because of that, we were actually unable to complete the elite challenge because it took us a little longer. But I'll still show you the helicopter method that will normally get you the elite challenge. So once you grab the car, it's actually pretty easy to get the helicopter. You're basically just going to drive straight until you get to the police station. Once you get there, you gotta climb up the backside to get to the helicopter. And you probably will get shot and lose a little bit of money. We only lost about 35,000. It wasn't too bad, but if you get lucky and get a 4-door, there's a chance you might actually be able to get it without taking any damage. And also, this is why we buy the decoy gunman. It just makes it a little bit easier so you don't have a 5-star, and also sometimes it leads to less cops being after you. But anyways, we're going to climb up the back here. That one I just went up is a bit of a problem because you can fall off and die, so you want to take it a little bit slow. But the rest of them are pretty easy. You're just going to simply climb up onto the second roof, then up the ventilation, and then all that's left to do is climb up the helipad. I take out the chopper gunner there because that one was really hitting me, so I wanted to just, try to save some money. But anyways, here we hop into the helicopter, and then we head to the drop-off. So here's the final payout. We ended up walking around with 7.367 million. I made around 3.8. If we got luckier and made the elite challenge, it would have been nearly 4 million for a single run. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the silent and sneaky, and we will move on to the big con. So for the big con, again, we're gonna go with the same crew. Again, micro SMG loadout, Sentinel Classic. Obviously, gotta do the requirements. For the entrance, we're gonna go with the Gruppe Sex gear. This means you need to have the tunnel scoped. Then we get the vault drills. Now, for the exit disguise, you could pay or steal the noose outfits. For me, I just use the high roller exit disguise as it saves me a setup. Again, level 2 security pass and patrol routes. Now, again, you don't need patrol routes. I like them. And then just the vault key cards, so required. And then you just want to get anything you might need. Other than that, the rest is completely optional, and I'll show you guys how to through the heist. So here we are in our Diamond Casino Heist. Now we're doing the big con here. A trick with the van is if you drive it into the back of the Lost MC Clubhouse, it'll actually put you directly in the cutscene, which saves you having to drive through the parking lot of the casino. You just drive it in through here, and that's all you gotta do. So you'll go through the tunnel and go through the security checkpoint and whatever. At that point, you'll head down to the bottom of the vault, or the bottom level of the casino, I guess. Now you have an option here. If somebody wants, they can go upstairs to eliminate some of the guards to make the way out a little bit easier. Though, as far as I'm aware, it's not essential. So you just go ahead and select the key cards to open up the man trap. So now here we are on the vault. As I mentioned earlier, you get diamonds 100% of the time guaranteed if you have GTA Plus. Now, since I already talked about it a lot in the Silent Sneaky run through, I'm not going to talk about it too much here. I'm just going to skip through it. So here, if you get something like the high roller disguise, you're going to do the same thing that we did in Silent Sneaky. However, if you do get the noose outfits, you're simply actually going to walk out to the front of the casino. and there you'll be able to steal a fire truck. And basically, you can take that fire truck to go directly to the helicopter. It's a little bit faster and more reliable because then you don't have to worry about getting a 4-door. But at least for me personally, I'd rather just not do the setup and not pay for it. But really, it's up to you. So obviously at this point, all we're going to do is go ahead and climb this building to make it to the helicopter, to take it to the drop-off. Now, one thing I will say here is when you're at this part, you want to make sure you go one at a time and take it slow. As you can see here, I almost actually fell off, and I did fall off earlier today while doing this. So just be aware that you can fall off and make sure you don't. Anyways, you're just going to climb up these way here. I'm just showing you guys this in case you don't do it yourself. And then you will take the helicopter to the drop-off. So this pad is from a Silent Sneaky. I got a glitch and didn't get one after the big con, but as you can see, about 7 mil take, and I made about 3.8 million. You can make a little more with the Elite Challenge, I just didn't get it for this one.